Hi everyone, it's been a while. I've had a quick break from working on the game, but now I'm back. And a quick note before we start, this video is gonna be different than the rest of my devlogs, because I have no script for it, which basically means that my grammar and pronunciation and the general structure of the video is gonna be much worse, as if it was good to begin with. Anyway, today I have only two things to show you. First is the translation system, and the second is a polished input manager. So let's start with the former. As I've been creating more and more levels, I realized that if I ever want to add support for different languages to my game, it's gonna be extremely hard because I have to go through each and every single level that there is and manually implement the translation mechanism wherever I use a string. So I've decided to implement it right now so that as I go forward, I'm already using it. So then, if for some reason I want to add a translation, it's gonna be extremely simple. And I've came across some different ways of how to implement your own translation system, but in the end I found the Localization Package, made by Unity themselves, which is still in preview, but like, who cares? It's built on top of addressables, which means that it's kinda asynchronous in its nature, but it actually wasn't that hard to implement. It's based around these localization tables, which basically provide different translations for different locales for a given key. And then in your script you can use a localized string class, which comes with this really neat property drawer that allows you to choose any key you want from any of your table. I was even able to make it work in the preview mode of a timeline without hitting the play button. So as you can see here, I can preview whatever the architect is saying. The second thing, the changes that I've made to the input system are actually connected with this translation mechanism. Because as you can see, if I came closer to this architect, a prompt shows up saying talk to, and then we have this color, the letter E, which tells the player what button they has to press to enter the interaction. And you cannot see this right now, but I'm actually holding a DualShock controller, and if I use the analog stick to walk around, the prompt is gonna change to contain an X. So depending on which scheme I'm using, it's gonna be a different text here, and previously it was just hard-coded. Now it's actually being fetched from the input system itself. Same goes for the rest of the interactions. So it's basically it. I know it's not a lot, but as I said, I had a little break, but now we're back on track, so... And the next thing that I'm gonna work on is some puzzles, because that's like the main challenge that the player's gonna face in Astortion. So thank you all for watching, see you next time. Take care.